Yo, what's going on, man? It's Jason Capital here, and you just took a huge first step towards becoming a motherfucking millionaire on Team Capital. I think that's pretty fucking awesome. What you're about to watch on this video right here is something that almost no one has ever seen. It's a complete, totally real sneak peek into the Millionaire Switch. Now, funny story before I showed this video about the Millionaire Switch. I remember the day we actually went to film the thing. We filmed it live in a private penthouse in Las Vegas where several guys came. They paid several $1,000s to attend. But I actually had this big media interview before. It was the same day. So I had to do the thing in LA. I had to get on a plane. I had to get there really late to Vegas, and then I had to show up early next morning. It was like a whole thing. So I thought my hair was kind of messed up in the video. But point is, nothing fucking stops guys like us on Team Capital. Isn't that right? So I think it's pretty fucking cool. Anyways, man, enough talking from me. I'll see you after you watch this sneak peek into the Millionaire Switch. So enjoy. Hey, what's going on? My name is Jason Capital, and this is the Millionaire Switch for Men. So what we're going to talk about here today is this one little switch that you're going to make in your mindset. Okay, one little switch. It's not a whole thing. It's not like a whole 401k, whatever plan. All right, it's one switch you make in your mindset that will separate you from the 99%. Okay, puts you instantly in the 1%. And the thing is, before we even go any further here, I talk about this a lot. This between the 1% and the 99%. What percentage of people do you think, just on the planet, right, become millionaires in their lifetime? Even men. If you say it's about that, I don't have the exact numbers. I don't think they really matter. There's a very small minority of people, right, who become self-made millionaires, right? They weren't fed a silver spoon. They made themselves into millionaires, versus the 99% who lead lives of quiet mediocrity and fuck fives and have $4,000 in their bank account after 60 years of working or something like that, right? Sounds pretty awful, right? There is one major difference between these guys. This course, this seminar is not about savings. It's not about how you're going to, use your assets and stuff like that. That's not what this is about, okay? This is about a wealth mindset. It's about one little switch you make in your mind. You can choose whenever you make it. You can make it right now. I hope that everyone here makes the switch right now. Some of you have already made this switch, okay? But it will instantly, it puts you in the 1%. Every guy who became a self-made millionaire, right, 10 years later or whatever, when he first started, and here's the thing, he put himself in this 1% first. Talked about claiming higher status before, right? He put himself here. Even when he had no money, he just decided for some reason he was the kind of guy who was destined to be a millionaire. I think it was the early 1980s, Apple, all right? Apple's looking for a new marketing director. Someone to really take them to the next level. And they're going around, they have a headhunter, and they land on one guy named John Sculley, okay? John Sculley was a marketing director for Pepsi. He was actually the brains behind the Pepsi Challenge, for anyone here who's too young to remember that, okay? And it was a huge success for Pepsi. And Steve Jobs decides he wants John Sculley to become the head of marketing for Apple. So he puts the moves on him, okay, over a series of weeks, and they're flying back and forth across the country trying to make it happen. And one day they're in Central Park, and it's kind of coming to the point where it's like, shit or get off the pot. What are you going to do, John? Okay? So Steve Jobs knows what he wants, and here's exactly how it's described. And as I read this, I want you to think about the difference between goals, right, and numbers and vision, okay? So they go. The consummation occurred outside the penthouse on one of the terraces, with Sculley sticking close to the wall because he was afraid of heights. First, they discuss money. So Sculley tells Steve Jobs, I needed $1 million in salary plus $1 million for a signing bonus. Jobs claimed he could do that. He said, even if I have to pay for it out of my own pocket, we'll solve these problems because you're the best person I've ever met. I know you're perfect for Apple. Apple deserves the best. And then John Jobs gave him his unblinking stare. Everyone know about the Steve Jobs unblinking stare? That was his move. Right? I'm pretty sure when he seduced girls, he didn't have game. He just had Steve Jobs stare. He's like, iPhone, iPod. Okay. So he gives him the unblinking stare. He's going for the close. $2 million. Let's do it, right? Sculley utters one last demurral, a token suggestion that they should just be friends. Just be friends. And he could offer Jobs advice from the sidelines. He said, anytime you're in New York, I'd love to spend time with you. And he later recounts the climatic moment. At that moment, Steve Jobs' head drops, okay, as he stares at his feet for a couple minutes. And Sculley says it's really uncomfortable for that moment. He's just staring at his feet. And after a weighty, uncomfortable pause, Steve Jobs issued a challenge that would haunt him for days. He said, "Do you want to spend the rest of your life selling sugared water, or do you want a chance to change the world?" Do you want a chance to change the world? Okay? Do you want to sell sugared water for the rest of your life, or do you want a chance to change the world? Okay? Scully, literally, they say in the book that at that moment, he realized for the first time during the whole process that he could not say no. He had to take the job, which he did. You know, it's funny. I remember after the first time I read Steve Jobs' biography, I told a buddy of mine, I was like, dude, Steve Jobs is a badass. And he was like, no, Steve Jobs is a huge badass. And I was like, dude, I get it. Like, you like the iPhone. I understand. I thought that was pretty funny. Anyways, man, enough kidding around. So let's talk. Right now, as I'm filming this for you, millions of guys worldwide are stuck at some job that they hate, working there to support some lifestyle that they don't even fucking want. Now, I refuse to let that happen for any badass on Team Capital. So before me and you walk any further here, I just want you to know, if you're okay with average or with mediocre or with flying coach stuck between two fat chicks in the middle seat and a little ass coach, if you're okay with that, click the fuck away from this page right now. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but what I'm about to say is certainly not for people who are okay with average, who are okay with mediocre, and are okay with stuck between the two fat chicks in the little coach seat on the shitty ass airline getting served no food with no internet and probably water costs money for them in coach. Okay, if you're okay with any of that shit, click away. However, if you're like me and you're like the rest of the top guys on Team Capital, then dude, you owe it to yourself to invest in the Millionaire Switch on this page right here today. I've had guys who went on to make millions the first year after they saw the Millionaire Switch, and I've had other guys who just started to make a few extra $1,000s a month after they saw the Millionaire Switch too. I've had guys who went from leading terrible lives that they hate, working boring jobs that they loathe, to all of a sudden living lives that they love, doing amazing things, making more money than they ever made before in far less time. I would love for that to happen for you too. And most importantly of all, I've even had guys tell me that after watching the Millionaire Switch just once, they felt more alive, more powerful, and more excited about life than ever before. And I would love for you to feel that way too. Just remember, dude, the Millionaire Switch, where I literally install unstoppable money-making powers inside your mind for you so your wealth and your future begin to skyrocket, is available to you on this page only for the lowest price that we have ever offered it by far, at 91% off, and that discount is almost gone. So look, I know you. I know what you're capable of. I know your life is already pretty good right now. I know you're taking action. I know you're working hard, but I know you want more. I know you deserve more. I know that you were meant for more, and I know it because I feel the same way about myself too. I felt the same way when I was broke living in my parents' basement at 23 years old. I felt the same way when I was a 25-year-old self-made millionaire. I feel the same way now that I'm 26, and I know what you're capable of. I know what we're capable of, and I know that when we set our mind to something, nothing can fucking stop us. So if you are not okay with average, if you are not okay with just a good life, you want a great fucking life, just like I do, just like all the top guys on Team Capital do, then you owe it to yourself, my man. And I know I'm passionate right now. It's because I know what you're fucking capable of, and you owe it to yourself. Click the button below, make the small investment in the Millionaire Switch right now for the lowest price that we've ever offered it before it ends. This deal is expiring soon. We can't do this all day. We can do it some of the day. We can't do it all day. So dude, I would love for you to join the rest of us already inside the Millionaire Switch private members area. So we'll see you inside there in just a second. Now I gotta go save this fucking vodka. I think it's fucking drowning. I'll see you later, man. Peace.